Hello and welcome back to the TBC. Today I'm your roving reporter here at Media City Manchester to celebrate 75 years of Porsche. Brilliant! It's a gorgeous day, the sun is shining and I'm hoping to see some gorgeous model Porsches. What better way to celebrate 75 years than to bring 75 different models from different eras all under one roof. Can't wait. So I'm here with Julianne, the proud owner of this absolutely gorgeous 914, one of the first mid-engine Porsches. Lovely to meet you, Julianne.
Lovely to meet you too.
What a beautiful car you have.
Thank you very much.
So how long have you had the car for?
I've had this car since 1999.
Well, you've had it a long time.
A long time. I know I don't look that old.
And you know what? I love that colour. It really stands out.
Yes.
What's it called?
It's called Signal Orange.
Signal Orange. It's
Yes.
absolutely beautiful. Now,
Yes.
this, I think we had a chat before we come on
Yeah.
camera, and you informed me this is one of the first mid-engine Porsches
Yes.
that they come out with.
Yes.
And obviously, you've got the newer generation of the Porsches.
Yes, the Boxster,
you ever been tempted to upgrade?
Yeah. No, actually.
Do you know what? I don't think I would either because it's absolutely gorgeous.
There are other Porsches that I would love to own. I've got an unfinished relationship with the 924. I love the 928, but I've only got space for one in my life at the moment. Maybe one day I could have another one.
Well, I'm very jealous because it is absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I love that interior with the checkered interior. It really does, what's it called? Dogtooth?
Houndstooth.
Houndstooth, that was
That's
it, yeah.
Yes.
Well, obviously, lovely to see you meet you. Thanks for showing us around your car.
You're very welcome, anytime.
And good luck. Thank you very much. Thank you. This 993's really caught me eye. I love the colour and it's been retro mod, so it's now got a bigger engine, 3.8 and then instead of the standard 3.6, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, here to have a look at this lovely Carrera 924 GTS with Simon. Lovely car, Simon.
Thank you.
And now, it's quite a rare car as well, obviously, so perhaps you could tell us a little bit about the car.
Indeed. As you say, it's a Carrera GTS. It was built by Porsche to support their racing program in the early 1980s. And they built 49 of these cars. And the one you see here is completely original as produced by the factory. It's done 5,500 kilometres from new.
5,500, is that all?
That's all.
Holy
That's
shamoly. So, one thing we always want to know is how much horsepower is under the bonnet.
It's about 300 horsepower. It's a straight four engine developed by Porsche for their racing program. And if you track back through its history, the engine sort of derives from a Volkswagen van engine.
Goes a bit quicker than the Volkswagen van though, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
I had a little peek in the inside and I noticed it's got a manual gearbox just right up my strata, that is, Simon.
Absolutely.
Bit of heel and so beautiful.
Yes. Very flexible. The engine, you drive it, you can drive in 30 mile an hour in top gear, squeeze the throttle on and it accelerates and accelerates and accelerates. And then you feel like you've been thrown down the road because turbo kicks in and it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, the condition of the car is absolutely outstanding. Now, is there any chance I could have the keys? No, it hasn't got a lot of mileage on it, so do you want me to just break it in a little bit for you?
Give it a few. Bring it back in a week or two, it's fine. Can you put some petrol in?
I will do. Thanks, Simon.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you. So next up is a classic 928. This is a V8 automatic and it's owned by David. Lovely to meet you, David.
Hi Tim.
What an absolutely beautiful car. Now, I believe you've had this for quite a number of years, haven't you?
Yes, I've kept it for 27 years. It's 30 years old this year.
Wow, you've had some ownership then, haven't you? And I tell you what, mate, it's stunning. How many miles are on the clock?
69,000.
I tell you, it doesn't look like it's done 69,000 miles.
Well,
That's for sure.
It's had a lot of polishing. And a lot of maintenance, but it's a great car. It's 5 litres on the motorway, 70 miles an hour. You're just doing 1,700 revs. You're just ticking over.
They're getting more collectible these now, well, because you are getting a little bit older.
Well, there's less of them around as well.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And I love the colour. This is the perfect colour to go for, I think.
Slate grey metallic.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, mate, it really is. So what's the horsepower in the 5 litre?
320 horsepower.
How many, sorry?
320.
320. It's still a lot, though, isn't it? Even back in the day, that was a lot of horsepower.
Yeah.
Now, this was famously put in the water by Tom Cruise in a film. I don't know if you remember it.
Strangely enough, although I've done lots of things 928, I haven't seen that film.
Well, it's called Risky Business, and it had Tom Cruise in it, and he famously drove this into a river and had to have it recovered. So it's got a bit of film history as well.
This one's not going in the river today. Then.
I bet not. Well, obviously, lovely to meet you. Thanks for showing your beautiful 928, and good luck. And I hope you keep it for another 30 years.
My pleasure.
Thanks,
you very
David.
much indeed.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you. David is part of the Porsche Club GB and has even written a book on the 928. Check it out.
Porsche. There is no substitute.
Right, I'm here with Emily, who today's been hand painting this Porsche Taycan. I tell you what, it's beautiful. I love what you've done with it.
Thanks very much.
So where are you from? What's your background, your artistic background then?
So my company's called Lobster House Studios, and I usually paint windows and walls and a couple of caravans. But I was asked for Porsche to celebrate the 75th birthday to paint one of their new lovely electric cars.
Flipping now.
So
I'll tell you what, they're brave, aren't they?
Yes, I know, so am I.
I'll tell you who's going to buy it.
Well, it has been vinyl wrapped first,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm painting over the wrap, so it is a temporary display. And then afterwards it's going to tour around and be shown off in a few different places, and then they're going to take the wrap off, sadly. But hopefully not too quick.
I love what you've done with it. It's
Thank you very much.
fantastic.
Cheers.
So what other stuff do you do? Do you do like, abstract stuff to do? Or?
A little bit of a mix. I do quite a lot of large-scale reverse glass paintings, a lot of shop windows, a lot of icons and people. I do quite a lot of murals, more for small businesses and things like that. Loads of caravans.
So we picked the right day to paint today, haven't we? It's
Yeah,
gorgeous,
I know,
isn't it? Yeah.
it's a hot one today. Yeah, for
Emily,
sure.
lovely to meet you. Good luck with
too.
your
Thank you very
future
much.
endeavours. Let me shake your hand.
Yeah, sorry if I get a bit of paint on you.
No,
but
don't worry
thank you
about that.
very
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Cheers.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, lucky what we got here. It's only a Carrera GT. Wow, 600 horsepower. Very, very rare car indeed. I'm not sure what it's worth, but it's certainly a lot of money. So here with another red car, this time a 944, and the proud owner is Paul. Lovely to meet you, Paul.
Yeah, and you, Tim.
I tell you what, another absolutely stunning model, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, how long have you had it for? You haven't had it long, have you?
No, I've had this just over a year, about 16 months I've had this car for.
Are you new to Porsche, or is this your first?
No, completely new to it. Yeah, I'm an MG man by trade. I've got an old 50-year MG BGT, but I decided to come over to the Porsche side.
I don't blame you. This is an absolutely beautiful car.
Thank you.
So what's the horsepower of this one?
It's 2.7, so engine, about 160 brake horsepower, but they only made the 2.7 engine in the 1989 manufacture year. So these cars are relatively rare now. There was only about 140 with this engine, still registered in the UK a couple of years ago.
I mean, what takes me back is the condition of the car, because did you get it like this, or did you?
Yeah, I bought it with this paint on. To be honest, I've had to do a lot of work to get it looking like this. We were involved at the restoration show at the NEC in Birmingham back in March, and the car actually won Pride of Ownership, one of 20 cars on the stand. So it looked really good under the bright lights, and I did a heck of a lot of work on the car prior to that to make sure it looked good in that environment.
What a great opportunity to see your car against other models as well today in this event we've got. So. I tell you what, mate, it is stunning, absolutely stunning. Well, I'm very jealous, but let me just shake your hand and say many thanks for showing us your car today.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Tim.
Pal.
Cheers.
So how about this, the Porsche GT2 RS, the pinnacle of what Porsche can offer right now, just under 700 horsepower, and this Miami blue in this sunshine looks absolutely stunning. Oh my God, I wish it was mine. Okay, I'm here now with this 993 GT2, and then another rare car, and the proud owner, well, very lucky owner I should say, is Chris. Lovely to meet you, Chris.
Hi, how do you think, Tim? How you doing?
Oh, mate. Oh, this is stunning. So how long have you had it for?
I've had this car for 3 years.
3
Yeah,
years?
3 years, yeah.
Have you done many mileage in it? Come on, be honest.
I have. I've driven this car to Le Mans last year, the Le Mans Classic.
You went to Le Mans with it?
Yeah, I don't actually sit on these cars and admire them. I actually
Oh.
drive them, yeah. So,
Thank you
yeah,
very
it's,
much. That's what they're there
Yeah,
for.
so it's done 16,000 miles, and I've done about 3 of those.
Oh, man.
But it's a beautiful car, yeah. Very fortunate guy.
So it's absolutely gorgeous. So, horsepower-wise, what have we got? What have we got in the...
This is a 993 generation. It's a GT2. There's about 175 of these made for road, 40 for track. It's 430 horsepower.
430.
Yeah,
That's a hell of a lot of horsepower.
It is for
isn't
a car that probably, it's very light, 1,300 kg, yeah.
Is it a manual gearbox?
A manual box, the important manual box, yeah.
I love a manual gearbox, a bit of a heel and toe, as I said to the other guy before, yeah. I love the colour, mate. What's the official colour called then?
The colour is Polar Silver, so it's got like a tinge of blue that comes through it, but it's been fully PPF so that I can drive it without worrying about things that stone chips or just bounce off the thing.
It's absolutely stunning. Well, obviously, thanks for showing your beautiful car to us.
You're welcome.
And if you ever feel like you want to lend it to me at any time for a couple of weeks,
just leave me your number. I'll think about it. Too,
I don't think you'd be thinking too long though.
No, not really.
Cheers, pal. Thanks very much.
And you too.
Thank you. How about a 918 Spider in white? It looks beautiful, but you need about £1.5 million in your bank to buy one. So at the moment, my favourite car is this one here, which is the GT4 RS, a stunning car. And I'm a bit of a petrol head and a bit of a driver, so this suits me perfectly. So the owner of this one is Will. Lovely to meet you, Will.
Nice to meet you.
Now, you haven't had it long, have you, sir?
No, March I bought it, yeah.
What a car, mate. As I just said, this is my favourite Porsche at the moment. It's a stunning motor. And of course, the prices have gone astronomical now.
Yes, they have indeed, yeah.
So just remind our viewers of the horsepower of the vehicle.
Just under 500.
Just under 500 horsepower. Mid-engined.
Yep.
So you've got lots of balance and performance.
Yeah, beautifully balanced.
Now this has got the old GT4 was a manual gearbox,
yep.
But this one is the PDK, isn't it?
PDK only, yes.
Yeah, wow. Stunning car. So have you taken it on any track days at all?
Only one so far. I've been at Anglesey a few weeks after I bought it.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, I went to do the NC 500 a few weeks ago.
Do you have any hairy moments in the car?
Did I? One, but to be honest, it wasn't the car. It was the driver. Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
But no, I mean they're so easy to drive, these Porsches. These
well, they're notorious, especially this one. If you drive it hard, it will normally get you out of trouble.
Yeah.
With the suspension system and the electronics that are in the car, and I bet it sounds good as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. When you get up to 9,000 revs, it sounds ridiculous. It's beautiful.
Obviously, I'm very, very jealous, sir. But it's an absolutely stunning car. And thanks for taking time to have a chat with us today.
No worries, thank you.
Cheers, thanks, Will.
Thank you.
So I'm here with this lovely vintage 911, and John, lovely to meet you, John.
Hi Tim, nice to meet you.
What a beautiful car, sir.
Yeah, she's lovely, isn't she? Yeah.
So perhaps you could tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, well the car is owned by Porsche Cars GB. I'm John from Road and Race Restorations. We restore the car. We're one of 14 Porsche recommended repairers, and we do quite a bit of classic work as well. So this is a short wheelbase, early 911. They've been making them for about 18 months when this was built. And there's a race series for the early short wheelbase cars called the 2 litre Cup. So this has been built to those Cup regulations, which limit the amounts of modifications you can do to them. They've got to retain the same chassis. The engine is very similar to standard, although you can modify certain internals. They turn out about 200 brake horsepower. It weighs just a ton, so they're an exciting thing to drive. With it being short wheelbase, they can be a little bit twitchy, which makes them great fun to drive. And you spend as much time looking out the side window as you do looking at the screen, because they're a fabulous. Great car.
Well, I'm an old school. I like the old school driving, the heel and toe. No tricky driver age. Just you in the car, and obviously that hawks back to that really, because of the age of the car. What year did you say this one was?
1965.
So it's a very early one, isn't it?
It's a proper analog car. Yes, there's certainly no traction control. That's the brakes are 2-pot calipers. They're nothing major, but they work, and with a lot of pedal pressure, they're just great fun to drive. They're a marvellous thing, they really are.
Yeah, and it's in stunning condition, I must admit. So how many miles has it actually covered, this one?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it was in remarkable condition, being a right-hand drive one. It had spent most of its life in Italy, to be fair. It had about 60,000 miles on the clock when we got hold of it, but whether that was genuine or not, who knows? I mean, the history was reasonably limited, to be fair. We just knew it was owned by a doctor in this country who took it out to Italy, and it stayed in Italy for some time, took it out there where he retired. So it'd been sort of well looked after and not been in the salt or anything, so the corrosion hadn't taken place that it does on most right-hand drive cars. So very lucky to find it, really.
It's absolutely stunning.
And painted in the Salzburg colours of Richard Atwood, and he won Le Mans in 1970 in a 917 in these colours, and this is done as a homage to Richard Atwood. He's actually driven the car as well.
Wow, so it's got proper history,
yeah,
hasn't it?
Derek Bell's driven it. Derek Bell drove it.
Well, if you want to take it to the next level of provenance, you could always give the car keys to me and let me drive it for you.
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you, John.
You too.
Thanks very much,
You're
sir.
welcome.
Thanks for showing us the car.
You're
Cheers.
welcome. Cheers.
So next up is this wonderful 993 in a very unusual colour, and the owners are David and Judy. Lovely to meet you, David. Lovely to meet you, Judy. I know we know each other anyway,
Yes,
don't
we do.
So I know this car because I've seen this car at your home.
Yeah.
So perhaps you could tell us, first of all, what this colour is.
It's Amaranth Violet.
Amaranth. It's a very unusual colour, isn't it?
I think it was only made for about 18 months or 2 years.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous, man. It really stands out from everything here
Standard
as well.
colour.
Standard.
Was it standard colour day?
Yeah, not paint to sample.
Wow.
No.
Okay. Yeah, it looks stunning. Now, what engine have you got in this car?
3.6.
3.6 litre. And what sort of horsepower is that, David?
Sufficient.
Here's the right answer, sir.
Correct.
Now, I believe you're a big Porsche fan, aren't you? You've had quite a few in the past, and you've got another one at home, I think, haven't you?
2 more at home.
2 more at home now. Wow.
And
okay.
2 Jaguars.
Oh, and 2 Jaguars. We know about the Jaguars, but today's all about the Porsche because obviously we're celebrating
Of course
75
it is,
years
yeah.
of Porsche. So, I mean, your car it really does stand out, and it's absolutely beautiful. And it's credit to you because you've obviously looked after it very, very well. And it's stunning, it really is. It's one of the best ones I've seen on the show, I think. It's gorgeous. So hats off to you, sir.
Thank you.
very
Are you
much.
planning to keep this a bit longer?
I shall go to my funeral with it.
Hopefully not too soon, anyway.
Hopefully.
Have you got any others planned in the garage? Any more coming through?
I hope
I've always
not.
got them planned.
What's that, sorry?
I've always got them planned.
I've always got them planned, yeah. Well, obviously, lovely to meet you again. I know
And you,
we know
Jess.
each other. And thanks for showing us your lovely car again today.
Thank you.
Thanks
for
very
coming.
much,
And
David.
thank you very much.
Thanks, Judy.
Cheers,
Lovely
Jim.
to see you again.
And lovely to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
So I've had a wonderful day here at Media City in Manchester celebrating Porsche's 75th anniversary. We've seen some amazing cars and we've met some fantastic people. Brilliant!
You have been watching the fabulous Tim Bush channel.